What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? AJ Good here at the House of Masks, where we unbox and review cool stuff almost every single day. And guys, there is a video that has started to make its rounds on the internet. It was released earlier this week, and I actually saw it on my own, but even after I saw it, I had many people reach out and say, hey, you need to check this out. And obviously the idea was already there to do some sort of review or reaction to this video, but once more and more people started sending me the link, I thought, you know what, I really need to do that. So that is what we are going to do in today's video. Now, the video at hand comes from a channel called Heavy, and the video itself is called We Need to Talk About Slipknot. Honestly, this video has the right idea, but there are so many little teeny tiny things in here that I thought, no. Then I figured, what the hell, let's go ahead and try to set the record straight, because I personally don't see the guy that's making these videos as much of a Slipknot fan, and that's not to say that he isn't a casual fan of the band, but if somebody's going to be making videos like this, it should probably be like a real Slipknot fan. So we're gonna go ahead and hop on into it, not waste any more time. We're gonna spin around, check the video out, and talk as we go. Are you ready? Let's go. Alright, so this is a pretty negative video. I mean, literally the description that you can see right here on the main page says, "These days, it seems like nobody hates Slipknot more than their own fans, ... So, we just gotta go into this with that in mind. Obviously, it's going to be a negative video, and I agree with a lot of the stuff this guy says, but I don't know, there's something about the delivery or the fact that he can't just take what is like factually true and that be good enough. He has to like add some weird made up stuff to it or something. I don't know, you guys will see what I mean. So we're gonna go ahead and get on into it, and we are going to start right now, so play.
These days, it seems like nobody hates Slipknot more than their own fans. A disappointing year has led them to become jaded, cynical, and wondering what the hell is going on with their favorite band.
Right off the bat, a disappointing year. Why was it a disappointing year? We got a new song, Slipknot went on tour, and I've got to be honest, even as a cynical Slipknot fan, that was the best tour I've ever seen them on. They played tighter than I've ever seen them before, and they just had fun. It was just a really cool tour. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but you know, for somebody that is as negative as a fan as I am, I know that everybody knows that, I had nothing but good things to say. I didn't quite agree with the set list, but it seemed like most people were pretty stoked about the new additions like Snuff and stuff like that. So I don't know how we are only 11 seconds into the video and he's already saying that it was a rough year for Slipknot when it really wasn't. Okay, continue.
So why exactly have fans lost faith? Well, many have stated that the band's efforts are starting to feel lazy. It all began with the release of the band's latest single, the Chapeltown Rag. Fans were let down by the low-effort visualizer-style music video consisting of a loop of a few images of the album art. Fast forward a few months.
Were they? Because that's how those audio visualizer videos work. They are just audio visualizers. They're not music videos, but you're not just staring at album cover art. It's just like a GIF. So never ever heard anyone complain about that. That's just a weird thing that he threw in there for no reason. Doesn't make any sense. Okay, continue.
And fans were even further disappointed by the song's official music video, which was frankly a lazy mishmash of live footage that was not even synchronized properly to the song.
No, they weren't. No, they weren't. Every Slipknot fan I know would much rather have like a live shot performance video than a directed music video, because we've all seen Clown's music videos and we all know Clown is a director, and trust me, the live footage is where it's at. Again, as big as I am in the Slipknot community, I never once saw someone complain about that music video. So is he making this up? I don't know. Seems subjective, but the proof is not in the pudding, because again, I have not seen anyone complain about that. Alright, sorry, I don't mean to keep interrupting this, but he just says words, and I don't like that. Alright, continue.
The song itself also left fans wanting more, the consensus being that Slipknot, quote, mixed every old element together to recreate a quote-unquote Slipknot song, and those made it a complete mess. Fans are also growing tired of the band's repetitive live setlist in recent years. Slipknot have stuck to the same...
I can agree with those two things. They do have a very niche set list that they've kind of stuck to. over the years. But I will say on this last tour, they definitely did switch it up, and we got to see quite a few songs that we normally don't get to see. They brought Spit It Out back, which was great. What did he say before that? He said something about the Chapeltown Rag. Yeah, it sounds like a B-side off of We Are Not Your Kind. It's not the best song I've ever heard, but it grows on you just like every other Slipknot song, even though I hate to admit that. But yeah, I can agree with those two things for sure. Play.
Slipknot have stuck to the same handful of songs at their live shows for a long time now. Fans want to hear songs other than Before I Forget or Psycho Social. They want to hear something fresh, but the band doesn't want to play anything other than their greatest hits every time they tour. Lead singer Corey
I don't know that it's the band doesn't want to play new stuff. It's just that a lot of different songs that don't normally get played kind of fall flat because there are so many people there that are there to see Before I Forget or Psychosocial or whatever. And unfortunately, when you start to have radio hits like those, you draw in a much larger crowd than you had before, so you can't play stuff like New Abortion because those people there probably haven't ever even heard that song, and it's going to be like, play Psychosocial. And they're not going to give a shit as you're playing New Abortion. So, yeah, a lot of Slipknot fans don't enjoy Sing Before I Forget or Psychosocial or whatever else he named. But the majority of the people that are there to see those songs. So Slipknot has to do what it has to do to sell those tickets and to keep the people that are there that paid for those tickets happy. And unfortunately, we are the minority when it comes to what songs we want to see played. And the radio casual Slipknot fans are the ones that are going to get their wishes granted. So he is right and he is wrong in that instance. 110.
Lead singer Corey Taylor continues to tease an upcoming Slipknot album at the band's live shows, but fans have expressed their frustration online at the way the album has been shrouded in ambiguity for years now. Slipknot fans want nothing more than a new album, and the band's prolonged teasing of the new album with no concrete information is starting to feel like a false promise to them. Now, Slipknot's Sean "Clown" Cran has always perplexed fans with his way of speaking, but this year it seems like fans have finally had enough and are starting to turn on Clown. In recent interviews, he has referred to their new material as quote-unquote God music, and in painfully predictable fashion, claims that the material is comparable to their iconic sophomore album, Iowa. Users on the band's official subreddit have even taken to mocking Clown's recent tease of the album on Discord, sharing screenshots of Clown making nonsensical statements such as, "This album is a brand new texture and color. Everyone is going to have to learn how to paint."
Listen, man. This shit ain't new. Come on. You can't not... At this point, if you're just now knocking on Clown for... and you don't quite understand his marketing strategy or the way that he expresses himself, then you're the one that we're going to make fun of. Because Clown has been like this since early Slipknot. It's just the way he is, and you either take it or leave it. And to be annoyed about that at this point is kind of weird because... I mean, you missed that ship by 10, 15 years. We were tired of it as soon as we hit puberty. So it is what it is, and at this point, it's to be expected. But there's nothing weird about them hyping this new album up. I mean, that's just how they do it. And honestly, it's just now becoming around the right time for them to start messing with a new album because we really didn't have a full We Are Not Your Kind era. I mean, COVID kind of fucked that up for everybody, so... I don't know anybody that's disappointed or wants a new album right now. Like, give us a new album, because honestly, we haven't gotten to enjoy We Are Not Your Kind to its fullest, and maybe now that this last leg of that tour is over, we will, but I'm totally fine still enjoying the We Are Not Your Kind era, so kind of strange. But, again, this is all subjective, I guess. I'm just going off of what I hear and see and experience myself in the Slipknot community, so... Back to Clown wearing pajamas and stuff.
Speaking of Clown, fans were further enraged by his participation in the Balenciaga runway show. Clown was featured as a model for the luxury fashion brand, and fans were quick to point out the hypocrisy in this, seeing as how Corey Taylor mocked Korn drummer David Silveria, modeling for Calvin Klein in the year 2000. With the brand's t-shirts selling for around $600 each, it's clear that Balenciaga's target demographic does not share the same values as Slipknot's fans. A Reddit user was quick to cite the lyrics in the Heretic anthem, posting, quote, "All the money in the world can't buy me. that didn't age well. Right, so Slipknot isn't delivering on a new album. What are they?
They literally are delivering on a new album. Oh my god, what are you saying? And who cares, man? You know what? I'm not into this like modelly Balenciaga fucking runway bullshit. But who cares if Clown's into it? I like model trains, dude. How many people out there you think are watching this video right now that are like, fuck yeah, model trains, man? Like, if I posted a model train video right now, people would be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Who the fuck cares? Who cares? Who cares? It's Clown doing it on his own. Like, he's not, like, wearing a Slipknot jumpsuit to this shit. Slipknot's not playing the fucking Met Gala, so it's just a weird complaint to have, man. Like, let people like the stuff they like. And that's coming from somebody that makes fun of shit all the time. Makes fun of my own shit. Anyways, they are delivering on a new album. They're working on the album, man. Like, we don't need it yet. Ooh, getting worked up. All right.
What are they delivering on? Well, one of the most hated things in the world, mobile game microtransactions. In May of 2022, the mobile game Smite released Slipknot members as playable characters. Fans of both Slipknot and Smite hated this event, citing the high price of $80 USD to acquire all the skins, as well as the overall low quality and poor execution.
Again, I have not heard a single person complain about Slipknot doing the Smite collaboration. I want to see where, like, people complaining about this and you're going to make a video about it. Why haven't you cited most of these to at least give an example of people complaining? Like, I feel like it's just this dude's opinions and he's like, I'm going to make a whole video about it and just say that everyone is complaining, because I haven't seen anyone complain. I thought people thought it was pretty cool. And I don't know anything about Smite, but you get to play as a Slipknot character, so, I mean, have we not always wanted to play as a Slipknot character in a video game? Or a Gwar character? Or have these action figures? Or yada yada yada. Anyways.
But if there's one thing that people hate more than microtransactions on mobile games, it's NFTs. So naturally, Slipknot have decided to sell those as well. The band has created the Knotverse, a Web3 home for Slipknot and Knotfest metaverse experiences. This is said to include unique NFTs and generative collections, plus metaverse concerts, gaming experiences, fan experiences, unique collaborations, wearables, and much more. It will ultimately offer fans of the heavy culture utility through unique access to new music, IRL events, festival experiences, merchandise, gear, masks, and more, so says the official press release. Of course, Clown would chime in, claiming, we are listening, we are watching, and we are going where our fans are leading us. However, the majority of fans want nothing to do with the Knotverse, with the band's official subreddit experiencing a full-on meltdown following the announcement. Quote, doesn't this kind of go against what Slipknot preached in the early days, but going into NFTs just feels like crossing a line in some way? Another user would express, I have never been more disappointed in my life, LMAO. And another would comment,
you know what? I don't use Reddit because I'm not an idiot and I have a life, but if I did, I'd probably agree. I think NFTs are pretty lame. Here's the thing, though. You don't have to be involved in those. Like, you don't have to buy an NFT to be a Slipknot fan. You can just keep being a Slipknot fan and not have anything to do with NFTs. Gwar releases merch constantly that I don't buy because I don't give a shit about it. And, I mean, same with Slipknot. Slipknot's done all kinds of collabs, merch drops, collections, whatever. If I have no interest, I just keep on moving along because whatever. And if they are tapping into a market that clearly exists now for some reason, who the fuck cares? This all comes down to, like, who the fuck cares? You know, Clown's not holding a fucking gun to your head and saying, buy my NFT. Who cares? Let them fucking sell their NFTs, man. You don't have to buy them. Do I think NFTs are lame and weird and scammy and pointless? Yeah, absolutely. Do I have to buy Slipknot's NFTs? Nope.
They're really doing everything but releasing the album. Now, the saying goes that you can't hate something unless you love it, and that appears to be true among Slipknot fans at this very minute. The negative sentiment towards the band appears to be at an all-time high. Lead singer Corey Taylor continues to tease a new album and new music at every single Slipknot live show, and it's going to take an absolutely legendary album to turn fan sentiment around. The question is, over 2 decades into their career, can Slipknot still pull it off?
It's really not going to take anything special to turn fans around because no fans that I know of have done the hokey pokey on this cycle. I think fans are more stoked about this cycle than they were about the Grey chapter, and definitely All Hope Is Gone, and maybe those have aged well, but when We Are Not Your Kind hit, I really didn't see too much hate. And throughout the touring cycle, post-COVID, I really haven't seen too much hate. So I don't know why this guy's acting like people are just like up in arms about this fucking cycle and teasing this new album, which, I mean, we had a huge delay in the We Are Not Your Kind cycle because of COVID, so it's just now time for this to be a thing. And yes, you tease new music to let people know that new music is coming. Like, how else are you supposed to get that message out there? This guy is real upset about some real weird stuff, and I don't think that he fully comprehends what's happening. And, you know, as sad as it is to say, you could say this about a lot of different fan bases, Ghost, but definitely with Slipknot, people don't need turned around. They don't need a legendary album to come out to keep being Slipknot fans. Slipknot could fucking fart into a hot dog bun, and 85% of their fan base is going to be fucking stoked about it, okay? So, why are we pretending? Why is this heavy channel pretending like Slipknot doesn't have one of the most loyal, dedicated fan bases ever of all time out of any band ever? The reason that they keep getting bigger and bigger is because they can't fail to most of these people, whereas people like me do get disappointed by certain things, and that's totally fine because all of this is subjective. But again, like I said earlier, me and my collective are kind of the minority of this stuff, and every time I make a video expressing my opinion on something Slipknot related, there are tons of people that disagree, and that's fucking great, because that's how this works. It's art, it's music, it's subjective, okay? So I just think that it's really weird to be like, yeah, fans are fucking turning against Slipknot because of this thing that I made up that isn't actually real. I need to make a video about this. It's just strange. Alright, we only have a couple more seconds left, so let's get through it.
That's what she said.
What do you think? How do you feel about Slipknot right now? Sound off in the comments below. For more rock and metal news, make sure that you subscribe to Heavy and...
Alright, well that was it. I won't sound off in the comments below. I think this video pretty much does it justice. I think this guy's heart was in the right place. His delivery just was not great. I think that it was somewhat poorly researched and definitely heavily biased. And I think that he should do a redemption video where he dives in a little further past what seems to be his own opinion. That's all I'm saying. I'm not like shitting on this dude or the video or whatever. I just think that, you know, good concept, poor execution type thing. And a lot of people wanted to see me react. And I thought as soon as I watched it the first time that I should do some sort of reaction and talk about the video. So I will be dropping the link to the original video down below. Let me know what you guys think of his video in my comments section, and if you guys agree with me or disagree with me, totally fine, because again, this is all opinion based, totally subjective. So that is going to do it for today's video. I hope that you guys have enjoyed it. Make sure to leave me a thumbs up down below. Definitely helps the channel. And with all that being said, we are out of here. So until next time, this has been AJ Good here at the House of Masks, telling you to say no to drugs and alcohol, and yes to subjectivity, your own opinions, and we will see you guys in the next one.